I grew up and lived in Christchurch most of my life. I went to the University of Canterbury and did a degree in science and geography. Over the summers I worked at Environment Canterbury as a student, so it's really well tailored to my role now in environmental management. When I graduated, I started at Environment Canterbury as a consents investigating officer, and soon after I started I was asked to be part of a large resource consent project called Central Plains Water. It's a very large irrigation scheme in Canterbury, one of the largest in New Zealand, so to be asked to be part of that was really exciting. It was a huge challenge and quite scary, but it was a great opportunity because I had access to the top experts in their fields from all around New Zealand. When I started at Environment Canterbury as a graduate, HR placed me on the graduate program where I had the opportunity to attend a number of workshops for things like facilitation, leadership and time management. I felt really supported by the organisation and the consent section. They gave me a lot of time and training and opportunity to develop myself personally. I also had my own drive to succeed. 3 years after I started at Environment Canterbury, a team leader position became available and I was encouraged by my colleagues to apply. I was really excited when I was offered the position as a team leader, and I'm now team leader for the Rural Resource Consents team in South Canterbury. It's a really challenging role and I get to use my technical knowledge gained at university in a real practical way.
So what sort of resource consents are required for a project like this?
Okay, well this is actually a stock water intake, so they'll need a large variety of resource consents. First is to take and use the water, and also a consent to divert the water along this channel. They've also got a resource consent to dam it, so you can see that weir that raises the water level to allow it to flow through the intake gate. It's really important that we look at the levels in the river at the time that they take the water and make sure that the water allocation is right. It's actually a really good example of the work that we do in our team, the things that we need to take into consideration when we're managing our resources.
I'm one of the youngest team leaders at Environment Canterbury, so I feel there's a lot of support from our management team and the other team leaders within our section. We all bring different skills to the table and we help each other develop and identify other areas for future development. I'm on the Inspirational Leadership program at the moment, which is helping me become a better leader within the organisation, and as part of that there's a mentoring program as well. Environment Canterbury offers really great work-life balance. We have flexi time, which helps me manage my time around my other interests. There's also a really great culture within Environment Canterbury. The staff are really fun and sociable. There's also the Environment Canterbury netball team, which I play for on a Wednesday night, and we have an on-site gym, which is really handy. A typical day for me as a team leader is managing a team of 6 consent officers. It's a really enjoyable but challenging part of my role. We have a lot of fun together while we tackle the technical and complex issues that we have to deal with, but the variety makes things really interesting. It's really challenging managing the environment, especially in a really diverse part of the region. The challenges are really big, the issues are really big, but that brings me really great job satisfaction. I love what I do and I love that I'm making a difference.